Institutional interest, of course, is skyrocketing right now with anticipation of spot Bitcoin ETF approvals right around the corner. And afterwards, we're going to get a flood of money coming into the space. Okay, we're talking about billions upon billions at the very beginning to trillions of trillions by the end of the bull run. El Salvador became the very first nation to make Bitcoin legal tender, and they have added a single Bitcoin every single day. And Bitcoin's up 120% since they came in. They came in really late, guys. They came in really late. They were not as early as Michael Saylor and nowhere as early as me or some of the others. I think they got into in 2021, somewhere around there. Or maybe even I think they got in 2022. I think it was just last year. But anyways, they are the very first country to make Bitcoin legal tender, and so many others are following. They're paying attention. They're kind of like the test case, I guess. Okay, for a country to adopt Bitcoin as legal tender. So, fantastic. They made the right decision. You have someone from the Parliament of Germany that is ready to make Bitcoin legal tender. That's awesome. This is from Germany. We're not talking about a smaller nation. We're talking about Germany that's thinking about making Bitcoin legal tender. At least one person, okay, from a parliament. But we're starting to hear this more and more. More and more people, leaders of the world, are starting to recognize Bitcoin as a true asset, and they're starting to realize that people really like it. Okay, they can no longer throw FUD at it. You notice that there's very little people out there now that are coming out and still saying that Bitcoin is a Ponzi, when in fact the Federal Reserve and how the whole financial system is actually a Ponzi, and I just explained why. But no one is saying that about Bitcoin anymore. No one's saying it's a tulip bubble anymore. No one's saying it's rat poison squirt anymore. There's actually a lot more people that are endorsing it and supporting it and now trying to make it legal tender. So think about that. It's just amazing. The time we're living in now is definitely different than even the few years ago, the last cycle. You just didn't really hear about these things. Something's different about this cycle in a very good way. I am having a kickoff party in Vegas, December 14th. So if you guys want to come out and meet me and other influencers that are in the IFC, this is the spot to go. And not only that, Crowded Combat is going to be there. Their fighters are going to be there. I'm going to invite others in this space, other influencers, other projects. If you've been to one of my network parties before, it's going to be like that, but even bigger this time around. I have 3 different tickets. If you want to participate, you want to join, please do so. Use the code 25 off. You'll get $25 off. And for people that's been asking for a new NFT, if you go with the VIP program or ticket, you will get airdropped an exclusive I Am George NFT that will be included. Make sure you check it out if you are interested. This is in Vegas. Remember, what goes on in Vegas stays in Vegas. And you get to check out all the fighters, all the other influencers, myself, and all the major projects will be there. It's going to be a good party, a good time. So check it out. I've never, ever seen this before. But according to Mustache, this BBWP signaling bars, this has not signaled bullishness like this for 10 years. The last time this signal was back in 2013. It was signaling bad things like tops, okay? But since 2013, this has not signaled again since about a month ago. And it's signaling buy. For 10 years, we haven't seen it signal that. So I'd say that's pretty bullish. Let's not forget, soon, within maybe the next 2 to 6 days, we may get a spot Bitcoin ETF, okay? So that is also coming. So you know, there's a lot of enthusiasm right now. Like I said, yesterday was just like a blip. It was really a fake out. The market makers or the whales or exchanges driving out leverage like what I just did with you guys. You know, really to push everyone out or as much people as they can while they load up and getting ready for this, right? If we get a spot Bitcoin ETF, Bitcoin is going to pump like no other, maybe to 45, 47,000, 10,000 point pump within a matter of week. You know, we may end up above $50,000 by the end of this year, right? That could be happening. So, hey, I'm up $48 already, am I? I'm up $48. That's not bad. That's a hour's worth of work. Let's see how it goes. All right. So we got this around the corner, right? Obviously, there's a lot of pending applications. Grayscale's ETF for ETH has been pushed back. That's no surprise. But keep in mind, it's not just Bitcoin spot ETFs we're waiting for. We're also waiting for Ethereum spot ETFs, which can drive the market even higher. Okay, so it's not just one, two. Two of the major cryptocurrencies have applications waiting, pending. And in case you're wondering why ETFs matter, well, just look at what happened after a gold ETF was introduced. Since then, about 2004, excuse me, it's just been going up and up and up, and then it kind of stalled out where it is now. And people are wondering why it's not going up. Well, it's like at a 12 trillion market cap already. Bitcoin is less than 1 trillion. There's a long way to go before Bitcoin catches up to gold, okay, in terms of overall market cap. Spot Bitcoin ETF could definitely help it, but it doesn't really need it. I mean, Bitcoin doesn't really need it at all. And also, you know what? The way Bitcoin is moving right now, even though there's a lot of volatility, yes, the last few days, up and downs, a lot of volatility. But you know what? When you zoom out, you realize Bitcoin just does what it does. There'll be a lot of up and downs. There always is. But Bitcoin continues to form higher lows and higher highs and keeps on going because more and more people realize it's the best asset to hold. And more people continue to hold it. And the fundamentals of Bitcoin keeps on getting better.